Okay, we're back with, I guess, part 3 of the Mojave Invitational match play coverage. This is the second round of matches, so every player right now either has one win or one loss. Covering matches this time, it looks like we have Oscar Chan and Cameron Smith on the far right in a loser's bracket match, so both those guys have one loss. Our feature match again, as Korean Lieber ducks out of the way. Our feature match again will be Derek Acuff and Ben Canfield in the winner's bracket. And then on the left-hand side, we have 1 seed Eric Hatchett against Brandon Russo and another loser's bracket match. As I said, Hatchett, the 1 seed in the loser's bracket, he was beaten in the first round by Cortez Shank. So kind of an awful draw there for Hatchett to be the 1 seed and draw Cortez, because Cortez was completely lost in qualifying, but still had the exemption from the season-long points, so he was guaranteed a bye into the semis and had to bowl Hatchett. Hatchett's bowled pretty good all day. As I said, he averaged 202. I think he might have been the only one plus. You see Canfield, pretty good shot right there, 4-pin. That was farther inside of his shot, last shot on that on the left lane, but still a pretty good shot. And you see Cameron Smith using some loft, throwing the roto grip wrecker. Pretty strong ball down lane. So all kinds of tricks up their sleeve from these guys. You see Ben go hard and straight, spares it up. So Canfield with that spare has 78 in the 4th with a spare in the 5th, and Acuff has 29 in the 2nd with a double in the 3rd and 4th. So Acuff has about a 10-pin lead if he strikes right here. And our match on the right-hand side, here's Oscar Chan working with a 7-pin lead into the 7th frame, leaves the 8-pin. Pretty good shot there by Derek. Pushes his lead to 10. Strikes here, it's 20. Hatchett misses a single pin over there. And he had a 30-pin lead, so he lets Brandon back into the match. Uh-oh. Oscar misses the 8-pin. So Acuff here, still throwing the Storm Lucid, still playing relatively straight. Pretty good shot again. Oh, that picked up early. Wow. I thought that was pretty good. See that? I don't know why that hooked so early, but shoot here, Mark Myers off to the right, getting pumped up. Mark is by far one of my favorite people to watch bowl, strictly because of his mood swings. Pretty good shot there by Oscar. Looks like a ball change too. What ball is that? Innovate? Yeah. Ebonite Innovate. He's pumped up. Derek going hard and straight. So with that open, Derek comes back to Ben a little bit, and I actually think Ben takes the lead on the bench by 4 pins. So ball card. Kyle Duster sitting next to me, saying that he's going to go get everybody's ball cards, see what they're throwing. So yeah, Cameron throwing the wrecker. Ben, as you see right now on the approach, showing the Black Eagle. Oh, does it? Wow. Wow, that was a good shot right there by Canfield. Didn't really come up. I'm not sure if you could see that, but it was a light mixer. Sent the 4-pin across the deck there, but Cameron chops the 369, I believe. So Cameron falls back behind by 10 pins to Oscar.
I suck.
He says he sucks.
Yeah, he's winning the match.
He's winning the match by 10 pins going in the 9th frame. So. Ben, if he strikes here, takes a 14 pin lead on Derek. Last shot, he 4-pin on this lane. Pretty good. Wow. Oh man. Well, that shot looked pretty good. I mean, as if you watched part 1 of this video, you heard me talking about, oh, that was a good shot by Cameron. Ball change on that lane too. My assistant says that was probably a game breaker. I agree with that.
Game breaker?
If you watched part 1 of the video, you might have heard Mark Myers talking about how the front of the lanes are starting to hook and down lanes they're pretty tight. That looks like what Canfield is running into, because he's thrown a couple of shots and it hasn't really picked up. Hopefully you're not hearing what Cam is saying off to the side of this video, because he's being really mean, but as Oscar goes high, so Oscar still leads by 10. Cameron over here is saying that's exactly what happened to him on the right lane, so apparently that lane started to hook out of nowhere. You can see Oscar's reaction. Obviously he didn't expect that. So it seems like people have gone to smoother balls, I would say, as a consensus. Balls that are gonna, I guess, not overreact, but are still going to pick up when you get it out into that oil down lane. So not a bad strategy, but also one that forces you to use your hand a little bit to get the corner pins out. A-cuff, that ball started up again on that left lane. So it looks like he's going to have to make a little move there as we go into the later frames. He trails by 25 pins heading into the 8th frame. Chan misses again in the 10th, so leaves a 610. If he spares it up and strikes, he shoots 186, which would make Cam Smith get the first hit in the 10th, which I think he's done once or twice in his JBT career, but I'm not sure.
He does it when he needs to.
So Oscar, wow, misses the 610. He can't believe it. I can't believe it. Oscar's really good spare shooter. Not too happy. So all Cameron needs to do is mark, I think, right?
16 away.
All Cameron needs to do is mark and get relatively decent count on his fill ball, and he'll be the winner. And this is huge because this is a losers bracket match. You get 2 losses early in a triple elimination tournament. You got a lot of work to do after that. So.
And Cameron's ball changing that game breaker on the right.
And my assistant says Cameron is ball changing to the game breaker on the right lane. Canfield trips a 4 out for a triple. Take control of that match. Here's the money shot. Wow, it was a good shot, and it doesn't move a single board, and you can see Cameron's reaction. Wow. That's really surprising. Because he ball changed that game breaker on the right lane. Game breaker a little earlier and a little smoother than the wrecker that he was throwing, so you would think it'd still read that friction spot that they were saying they were there. So Cam needs this to win the match and doesn't get it. So wow. So Chan wins the match against Smith. Smith goes to 2 losses. You saw Canfield on the side of the screen rolling the 2-pin out for a 4-bagger. Looks like Canfield's going to defeat A-Cuff.
Hatchet gets this hit.
Hatchet in pretty good control on the left lane. So it looks like Hatchet, Canfield, and Chan are your winners of these 3 matches, with Canfield advancing to the top 2 in the winners bracket. So come back later for part 4 of the Mojave Invitational step ladder matches, or match play matches, excuse me.